Alrighty. a little bit of a flub there, but hello everybody. This is today's second match between, or actually, hold on. Let me introduce myself. I'm Googler, and I'm being joined by,
Matos Machine, that is me.
like I said earlier, this is the second match of the day, and it is between Dorothy and DreamFox. Sixth seed versus third seed. So we got some pretty close competition between the two, I think, right?
Yeah, this should be a really close match.
And actually, just not too long ago, hold on a moment, checking the settings. If you could carry over for me.
Yep. Yeah, so these two are very close together. I'm kind of expecting both of them to be in the 25-minute range. So I'd like to see. Dorothy just got a PB today of sub 25, so it's potentially, even better than that. It could be in the low 24s. And that's about the same where DreamFox was doing in the previous match. DreamFox was at like 24 minutes for the matches she played, and yeah, Dorothy can also do around that level, so it could really be anyone's game. And this would, if it does go to game 3, this would be the first game 3 we've seen so far. We've had some close matches in the previous ones, but unfortunately they didn't go to that game 3. So I'm hoping for this really, really close race to go to a game 3 and get the max Momo gaming. But we're getting set up right now, so we're just having.
Yeah, right now, trying to look into the audio.
Well, I guess while we're waiting, I can go ahead and intro what this game is if there's anyone in chat that hasn't seen this game or isn't familiar. This is Momodora, Reverie Under the Moonlight. It's the 4th game in the Momodora series. It's a Metroidvania, if you're familiar with that term. I've seen a lot of people compare this to Dark Souls in terms of theme and with that dark and kind of exploratory type of gameplay. Um, the main story here is that you are a priestess from Lun, and you are going to this karst area to dispel a curse that has been affecting your town or your village, I guess. And so you need to speak with the queen with that, but the queen doesn't seem very ready for you and doesn't want to do that. So the whole game is getting up to meet her, and we'll see a bunch of different areas. One of the things that I love about this game is just how pretty everything is. There's a lot of the backgrounds are really good. A lot of the music is really good, but unfortunately, we won't really hear it in this speed run. We'll hear some of it, but not a lot of the boss music. And yeah, I think that's a pretty good summary of what the game is.
Okay. Well, I think for a little bit we'll have to go without audio right now because I can't seem to see about. Oh, hold on. Okay. We have somebody checking on it right now.
And yeah, DreamFox is kind of showing off some of the areas right now while we're waiting.
Ah, there we go. Okay. All right, we should be starting in just a moment.
All right, well, while we're starting, is there anything else you wanted to add to that explanation of the game, Googler?
I don't think so. I think they're. I think actually no, they should both be running 1.7. So nothing to really say about the versions at the moment. Maybe explain 80%. Yeah. Well, I got Waldo with me. Help me explain that. But any percent is any percent. Basically, just beat the game. But in the case of this game, we want to get the true ending instead of the bad ending. Sorry, he's really needy right now.
That's okay. This is a very cat-focused game.
Right, yeah. But we get the true ending over the bad ending because the credits don't actually play after the bad ending, which just makes it kind of unsure. Like, we can't really confirm if it's like an actual ending or not because the game kind of just boots you back to the last save, you know, so it doesn't exactly feel like the game's trying to end on that note. So we just go with true ending. But other than that, it's basically just beat the game. Starting off, though, to start off with the race, though, Grove is what this place is called. For a run like this, where we're going to be running past a lot of enemies, this area particularly is potent with them. So you can really take a lot of damage here compared to others you'll see. And just overall, it's kind of a little bit of a vibe check to start the run off with.
Yeah, they're like there's the most of these little enemies, and they have like the worst RNG in the game. They can do like some crazy things.
Mm-hmm.
It can be really unpredictable. So this is definitely the reset heavy area in the run. It's right at the beginning, so if you get a run out of this, you're usually pretty happy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for the most part throughout the run, while there is some definitely tricky movement to be done, a good, I'd say, part of the run you want to be successful with is bosses throughout the run, just because a little aspect of them is if you beat them without taking damage, you'll get their powerful item, which for the run, in most people's cases, is used to clear out the bosses afterwards. And without those items, those fights can be more and more complicated, especially so if you're trying to get the items from the next boss.
Yeah, and as you were explaining that, it looks like Dorothy just took the lead a little bit in this grove, which is just a little unfortunate on DreamFox. She missed the elevator there, trying to be a little too fancy with the movement. Oh, and Dorothy's going for the... Okay, never mind. I thought she was going for like the kind of risky one. But no, she did it safe.
Still close, though. Still really close, though.
And they both just missed the quick kill, so we'll see who gets out first. I think DreamFox might have just gotten a better fairy because it hit the orb a little bit, but they're like neck and neck.
Yeah. A little bit of an explanation on the quick kill we're talking about here. Both runners taking Aladeo relatively close to each other. Not too bad. But quick kill, basically crit hitbox when hit at the right time as it's going towards you. All right, as it's zooming. If you hit it with some arrows while it's doing that, the crit hitbox takes it in like 10 times over, and it just implodes Adeo, which makes it an insta-kill. But it's not easy to hit since there's a 1 to 2 frame window with it. So, it's not going to be the most common thing you'll see. But when people do it, that'll be pretty big time save.
Yeah, and DreamFox did go for the pause buffer, which makes it a little bit easier. So you gain, and there's an audio cue, so you kind of know what you're looking for. So it's not like impossible, but neither of them got it, which it's not uncommon.
Yeah, I think we've only seen one so far, but both of them getting through. Oh, okay. Well, both of them did get through Car City well enough, but DreamFox took a hit on Mocha. Oh, but they didn't take the save. Right. Okay. Well, this is big for Dorothy then, because DreamFox has to go through all of this again, because they got hit on Mocha, this boss here that Dorothy's fighting. Which kind of works like the little guys you saw back in Grove, where they just kind of jump around and throw some attacks out. So, not saving beforehand can be a little bit tricky.
Yeah, Dorothy
boss like Mocha.
So, if she does die, she doesn't back up.
DreamFox now back on Mocha. While Dorothy's on Lubella. In case of Lubella, definitely a bit safer than Mocha. Her attacks are much more predetermined and less unpredictable, and her hitbox is huge. So Dorothy getting through that pretty easily. Moving on to Subterranean Grave, whereas DreamFox is moving on to Lubella too. Lubella, excuse me.
Yeah, Lubella 1 Part 2, I guess. There's a second fight.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a little confusing numbering them.
Yeah. DreamFox getting through Lubella pretty good. So, even despite the slight setback, there's not too much distance between the two of them still, so it's still a good setup for DreamFox to catch up on her.
And it seems like DreamFox is going for riskier strategies that save a little bit of time, so it got punished a little bit by taking that hit. But we'll see if she can catch up, because anything can happen at this point. Still most of the game left.
Lots of malarkey to still happen. Now for this area here, Subterranean Grave, as they're both in right now, it's a little bit tricky. Most of the place is underwater, which means your movement is reduced in speed, except for the roll. So primarily you're going to be using the roll to get about, which isn't too difficult, but it's kind of weird because you're more so relying on rolling over blocking at all times, whereas you could, kind of fine-tune your movement a little bit.
Yeah, and notably you can't roll like up or down, so your falling speed is slower, and you gain height kind of at a slow rate too.
Yeah, so it's a bit floaty.
Yeah.
There's also a few instances of spikes as well, which can make a few of the jumps here a little bit scary.
Yeah, especially if you go for some dangerous strats. You can do some things that make it a little faster, but you hit those spikes and no matter what your health you're at, you die, so...
Yeah, it's something I should have mentioned. Thank you for that.
It's definitely... Yeah, it's risky if you go for the risk. Oh, and DreamFox went for it, so I never go for that. Those roll jumps, those are scary, and I am not good enough at roll jumping. Because if you miss that, you die. And you have to rewatch that whole cutscene, and it takes forever.
Yeah, that too. There's a cutscene at the start of this area. You can save in this area as soon as that cutscene's over, but that enough is already too much traversal, so if you want to save time, you kind of have to compromise that save and grab a save later on in this area after the boss. Dorothy messing up the movement a little bit, but in exchange getting that wall break, which she had to have done earlier or later.
Yeah, so that'll give her like a few seconds when she's coming out of the area over DreamFox. It didn't seem like DreamFox got it, and DreamFox kind of just ran through. But here's Frida. Dorothy's doing the safe strat of sitting in the corner and shooting arrows, whereas DreamFox is going for probably the more dangerous melee strat. We'll see who can pull out ahead here, because they should be really close.
Yeah, it seems like Dorothy might have this one here. DreamFox definitely caught up, though.
Yeah.
In that little bit there.
With some really good movement and a little bit of risk-taking.
Risk-taking, yeah. That's what I mean about that. Just a couple risks taken, and that distance has been shrunken quite a bit. It's probably like, what, a 10-second difference now, I'd say?
Yeah, it's
maybe like 15, something like that. It's closer though. I think it's good enough just to be in the same sector as your opponent in a race like this.
Fighting the boss at the same time even is just like
that's even better. Close. Yeah, taking a little bit of damage there on DreamFox's side, but not too much of an issue because the next area up ahead, besides these blades that you see on Dorothy's screen, not too crazy, though it does kind of put DreamFox in a little bit of a low state, especially if they don't save before Lubella too. Although they probably know the pattern, so shouldn't be too much of a risk.
Yeah, but fortunately, he still can take another hit before dying, and there's a safe right here, so.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that one too.
Yeah, I mean, it's worth taking when you're one hit away. And Dorothy's getting ready for Lubella 2, prepping with the Crystal Seed and then saving after to refresh that. And yeah, that's a good fight for both of them, really.
Yeah, actually, they're even closer now, actually. Holy smokes. They're both going to be moving up onto this next segment here, which is going to be a cat form. After Lubella explodes, some magic goes about, and apparently we get turned into a cat for context. But to explain the cat, it's basically the same as just human form. A little bit more nimble, a little bit more smaller, of course, But if you might have noticed earlier, like the main movement has been rolling and roll jumping, whereas with cat form, until we get this dash ability later on, cat form movement is roll jumping, but canceling it like immediately after and just chaining those together.
Yeah, so the cat roll would be faster, but it has a delay at the end of it.
Yeah.
You can't do anything. So if you put a melee though after a roll jump, it cancels that, and so then you can just move really fast. But the problem is then you're doing 3 inputs for every single time you do that. So it's more intensive. It's harder to do because you have to put that roll jump. You have to put both inputs at the same time. So it's tricky. It's like a frame input perfect.
Yeah, it definitely shifts into something a little bit more tedious, which that of itself can give some distance between these two, depending on how they execute that kind of movement. So what they're doing right now is they are going to backtrack to a item they can get where they can warp about from save point to save point. Uh, what you just saw like a couple of rooms ago there, where they just kind of entered the room and left immediately, uh, that room has a save point you can warp to. So they were basically just dotting that on their map so that once they do grab this item, they can get right back to where they were in that room there.
Yeah, and that save point is the most useful save point in the game, because that's just like at the intersection of 3 different paths, basically, and
Yeah.
the critical paths too. And we kind of just that soldier fight happened so quickly. It takes 2 sparse threads, which is an item we got from Frida for doing it damageless, and does 40 damage, and soldier's dead.
Yeah. Yeah, right. I forgot to mention about the sparse thread. Yeah. That's just a little fight usually. Usually I miss that.
It's just a little mini boss that it's supposed to seem a little bigger, and then, just dies like immediately. Oh, and DreamFox I don't think hit that save, so
Shouldn't be too risky.
It's just normal, so I think it'll be fine. That always scares me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that didn't go amazing, but it didn't go terrible for DreamFox there.
Yeah. Another good thing with this room is these lifts here. You still kind of have to wait for them to start. You can't manually start them yourself, so the room isn't too speed focused. Like, you don't need to get through that room as fast as possible. Just as long as you reach the elevator in time, you're fine.
Yeah, so you have like a window of how fast you need to get through there, and it's a little bit generous. It's not like super generous. Like, you can't take forever and still get that cycle, but yeah, it
doesn't need optimization. You know?
You don't have to be crazy fast to get that first cycle. And now they both just warp back, and they're going into the cinder chambers. And they're going to be going down all the way to the next boss, which will be the arsonist.
Mm-hmm. What were you going to say?
I was just going to say probably the most annoying boss in the game.
Yeah.
It has the highest HP and has the most attacks of hers prevent you from meleeing her consistently, so yeah, she's just kind of a pain to fight.
Yeah, it's a bit tricky. She's not too crazy at range. She'll try to close the distance, but when you are close to her, her attacks are slow, but there's a decent bit of range to them and unpredictability to them. So
yeah, so
it's not too uncommon for people to get hit on this one.
Yeah, and you'll probably both of them are taking it relatively safe. They're mostly arrow strats.
They're getting some melee hits in too.
Yeah,
which is really good. Ooh,
yeah, that was really
nice.
Close. But yeah, both of them got through it.
Yeah, quick clears from the both of them. Yeah, that was really good.
One of the most important items here, which is going to be the pocket incensory, or one of the most important passive items, I should clarify. This will give 0.5 damage to everything, which includes the Bachman patch, which we didn't really discuss earlier, but they've used it a few times. It spawns in a bunch of patches. Each one does half a damage, but with that incensory, it does an extra half, so it doubles its damage effectively for each one that hits. And that'll shred the upcoming boss that we'll see soon. Yeah.
But for right now, we're just going through the monastery to grab a key from Cotillard. She has a lot of cats, which is randomized each time you enter the room here, as you can see between... Well, actually, I don't even think that's that good of an example, because they kind of got the same RNG there.
Yeah, they did. They got the similar RNG, or similar numbers, but with different cats, so...
Yeah,
4 black and 4 cream.
Yeah, I think there was only one cat that was different between the two. But the cat breeds are random on that room each time you enter it. Little bit of trivia. But
yeah,
pretty clean movement.
And
Sorry, what?
Get through this door. No, go ahead.
Sorry, I don't mean to be interrupting.
No, it's okay.
But then DreamFox entering the final fight, which obviously isn't taking too long, as you can see here. Dorothy just behind.
Didn't save there, so hopefully this goes well.
Yeah, oh gosh.
I mean, this fight is pretty safe. Like, once you get into that, like, once you're at this point, you basically can't take damage from anything. But
That
yeah,
word-
it's a little risky.
That worried me a little bit because I know in AVIP, I think you have to save before entering. I can't remember. I usually do that though, so reflex just hit me. So both of them getting through Fennel pretty easily. They both grabbed the Tainted Missive, which at the expense of I think 25% of your HP.
Yeah, that's right.
You get double damage, right? Yeah, I think it's a damage buff at the expense of some HP.
It's 100% damage increase, so effectively
Right.
double. But it also
right.
the way that the numbers work, any damage bonuses are multiplicative. So if you have 200%, it does like 400% effectively. So
right,
behind the scenes number shenanigans. And
I
that
hate
does
numbers.
play. It does play. I love numbers, but it does play a difference in end games. And we just recently got all that mapped out, so that's why I know them all off the top of my head.
Yeah. I barely read it, but I mean to read it. Just haven't given it the time yet. But back to the race a little bit. This area, Royal Pinacoteca, haunted art gallery, I guess. It's royal too, I guess. Filled to the brim with skeletons and like little mosquito enemies that look like Frida. Lots of contact damage to be taken, especially from the skeletons themselves. They have higher damage over everything that they can deal damage to you with. For some reason, it's a very scary spot, especially on normal, since you need to carry the HP, carry enough HP to use the Tainted Missive for this next fight DreamFox is coming up on. Fortunately, they both made it cleanly. So, going into this Lupiar fight, DreamFox just throwing away Lupiar like it's nothing.
Yeah, that was really
and Magnolia. That was really clean, yeah.
That's about as good as you can hope for in that fight.
Yeah, as much as I was making this place seem scary, they're just kind of destroying it.
Yeah, so hopefully Dorothy can follow up with a really good. So it looks like she got a little less lucky. Didn't use a Tainted Missive at the beginning, so this Magnolia is not going to go quite as well. Still should... Yeah, okay, still did really good. Yeah, still really.
There's a little bit of a distance between the two, and it's getting close to the end here, so it's...
Yeah, DreamFox is pulling
scary.
Away a little bit by a little bit here.
But... there's still some good odds, I'd say. This place has its own caveats that you want to watch out about. There's a couple of areas with spikes, too. So, something could still happen. Especially the Queen fight, you know? Sometimes you can figure that out.
Queen fight isn't a walk in the park. It can kill you, so we'll see. And DreamFox is going back, bathing the leaf in tea to get this true ending. It also doubles the damage on the leaf, which is not needed in this category, but it's nice.
Wait, what? Wait.
For tea?
Yeah, the tea is necessary for 100%.
No, it is the tea's necessary, but the double didn't word that well. The double damage isn't specifically necessary.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, yeah. I didn't. I think I was focused on something else, so I kind of was in and out.
I think that's a one way of interpreting what I said. I should have maybe made that more clear.
Getting through it quickly though. It's not too much. DreamFox is not letting up too much, really.
Yeah, not really giving Dorothy much of a chance to catch up yet.
Yeah, and it's closing in a bit here. Regardless, though, clean movement from the both of them all the way throughout.
Yeah, I mean, getting to this point at 22. Oh, wow.
Oh, shoot.
Wow. The talk... I think she changed it, so...
Oh,
yeah,
right.
Please call me an Uber.
Right. Okay.
Wow.
Okay, then I shouldn't be as worried, though, because the context is different. I was like, oh my god, they're gonna have to... Oh my god.
Wow.
There's so many memes in their language. that they have set.
Yeah, Dream messed with the or tinkered with the text files and the. Wow, and Dorothy's talking.
Oh my gosh, they.
Oh, they both did it.
Wait,
Okay.
what? They have it edited too? But it's
DreamFox has
using
to
a different
fix it.
language file at the same time? Oh my god. I didn't see. What the heck? You didn't get the Uber confirmation.
It's okay.
Now
she
I'm
doesn't need it.
stressed.
I'm sure she got that Uber. It's okay.
The receipt. Alright, well. I kind of missed it because I was kind of having a crisis, but Clone Angel fight here. Another short one if you get it down right. Both of them
Yeah.
being through it cleanly. DreamFox still not letting up on the speed here.
Yeah, getting
Coming
into
up
this
into the Queen fight.
already,
Yeah.
so.
Here, I'll let you talk a little bit. I need to set up and I need to set something up.
Okay, so yeah, so this is phase 1 of Queen. She has 3 phases. She dies really quickly in that first phase to the level 3 on the arrow charge, or the level 2 on the arrow charge, which does an insane amount of damage with the items we currently have. So yeah, and that's phase 2 done. So now there's just this one last final phase, and with this Tainted Missive and then 2 level 2 arrows, which is I'm assuming what DreamFox is going for. That'll be all it takes to finish this fight. And Dorothy's coming in right behind, really close. So if DreamFox gets hit here, it's possible. But nope, that's it. 24-19 for DreamFox. Ooh, and Dorothy got a little unlucky on that phase 1 and took a hit. So now she can't use that Tainted Missive in the last phase, which is going to slow down a little bit. And yeah, lost the Tainted Missive here too. So kind of looks like improving is happening. And this fight is a little bit annoying when you can't get that quicker kill off.
Yeah, it's a little bit riskier.
So she's gonna go with that Crystal Seed instead, and that's gonna do 50% increase instead of 100%. So I'm not sure exactly how much damage is gonna needed to be killed here or done to kill her here, but we'll see. So, but she's really close behind. So.
Yeah, still good execution regardless. From both of them.
Okay, yeah, there we
Really.
go. Good.
Nice.
So there was another follow-up attack that I was really worried she might get hit by, but she killed it before. So 25-22 versus 24-19. That's really close.
Impressive stuff from the both of them. Even if DreamFox didn't let up on their pace, Dorothy didn't either.
Yeah, 25-25 is really good. That's a hard time to beat for most people, me included.
Well, I mean, you can get there, I'm sure. That's a thing, though, I think, as a strategy. Even if, I mean, in the case of DreamFox, they took more risks. But I think even in Dorothy's case, if they maybe didn't take more risks or something that they could have, that's not bad, though, because if you can consistently output the movement that you do, that's already a strength in of itself, you know, because you can't just play for the opponent to screw up. That's always a strategy, you know, because then they have to play faster than you. You know, you're forcing them to.
Yeah, and it almost did work. Like Dorothy at the beginning did have that faster start because of that unlucky karst city for DreamFox.
Yeah.
Or the Mocha fight, really specifically.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
So yeah, I mean, it just DreamFox just didn't let up after that. So caught up and then
Took some risks.
outran. Yeah.
This race should be starting shortly.
Yeah, we're getting set up. Everything's joining the rooms and whatnot. But yeah, like 24-19, I mean, even like as we said, with that mistake earlier, like that would have been sub 23. Or not, sorry, not sub 23, sub 24 in the 23s.
Yeah,
That's
it'd probably be a good 23, I'd say.
that's a really good time.
Mm. What's their PB now? I forgot.
Oh, I don't know.
23:49, I think.
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
I think that's what DreamFox got last match was 23 something. I think it was similar to this one. The first match was 24 something, and then the next one was 23:49. And DreamFox is really an insane player, so used to a lot more punishing time losses for when mistakes happen. And yeah, playing with the text at the end of that, your kitten is in another hat.
What the
It's
heck?
it's a cute little
Yeah, cute little thing. All right. Just a few moments. The race should be starting.
Yep, they're prepping up for it should be starting any second now. I am interested in if they're both going to do the same strats they used in the last one. I wonder if
Mhm.
Dorothy is going to go maybe a little riskier now that game 1 has already been decided, or if
Yeah.
she's going to stick with the safer strats she's familiar with.
Yeah, because DreamFox might have just pulled that stuff out just to compensate for that mocha there. So we might see things change up a little bit. It's a lot of variability, though, that can happen.
Yeah, pretty much anything. Like, there's a lot of things that can kill a run, so
Mm-hmm.
at
Even
least
if you
in
come
normal
prepared, you
runs.
can still get a few curveballs thrown at you.
Yeah, like the Lupiar fights went really well for both of them, but they could have gone much worse. That's usually like a point of a lot
Yeah,
of time loss.
especially if you do not save.
Yeah, which I didn't actually remember if I'm not sure if DreamFox saved before. I think they both did, but I could be wrong.
Can't remember.
That if you die on that one and you don't save, that one's like, because you have to go back all the way up and down and
Grab the sealed wind and that.
yeah.
And you have to make sure you have enough HP. You know, it's like Car City, but there's a lot more risk involved.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, DreamFox taking that first save, whereas Dorothy didn't. In the last match, DreamFox did die in this section, and so I think might just be a
Oh,
little
they
bit of
did?
a yeah. Sorry, not today, but in like the previous one against
Oh, okay.
yeah, sorry, in the last tournament match.
Right.
So it might just be a little bit overly safe, just because know it's a possibility now.
Yeah, I was curious about that save there.
Oh no, and
Ooh.
yeah, see, this is where I'm worried for Dorothy because
Fortunately, though, there's a save bell up in
yeah,
this next room here.
I just don't.
That's
Yeah, okay, she does make it.
okay. Good.
I wasn't sure that was enough. I'm not sure exactly how much damage those poison does, but I think she had enough health to live through it. Like if she had taken like one more hit earlier, she would have died there.
Yeah,
That would have been
I think that would have brought them down to 1 HP there. It's scary though. I think they do 50%. They do something. I know that much. When you get
'cause
poisoned and you're not full HP, it's kind of like, oh gosh.
I know Adia's is 12 damage over 12 seconds, but I'm not sure how the rest of the poison works. I'm not sure if these minions do less damage with their poison. But as I was talking about Adia, here she is. We'll see if either of them can get the quick kill. Dream went for it last time and didn't get it. I haven't seen this setup from Dorothy before, but I'm assuming it can work a little early. And Dream's getting trolled a little bit here, getting the dance from Medea. Okay, and
Still
good
getting it
job.
though. Nice. It's pretty good recovery.
Yeah, that was a good recovery. It's like annoying because she can do that like twice more after that too, and that's sad. Just you're wasting time because you're like, well, I can still go for the quick kill, but then she doesn't let you give that option.
Yeah. Yeah, she's just stun locked into doing that garbage. That definitely created a little bit of a lead though for DreamFox.
Yeah, and DreamFox has some really good movement in this area. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of roll jumps on top of ladders too, which is even harder than just doing a regular roll jump.
Yeah, they're hitting everything. Clean. Hopefully Mocha doesn't screw them over.
Yeah, we'll see if this is a repeat of the first of the first game here. Doesn't seem like it will be, unless something really bad happens here. Okay, that is pretty bad, but
Yeah,
I
don't leave
think
your back turn to Mocha.
once Mocha starts moving, it's like that's the scary part because there's a few different ways that Mocha can move that like will hit before a melee hits, so. And then it'll do like 1 damage, and then you won't be able to get that item that you need, the Bachman patch.
Nice. Clean.
Yeah, that was a good fight. And Dorothy's following up with the safer strats for Mocha, which makes sense.
Nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, it's
Keeping
not
the
that
pace.
much slower, but it is a little bit slow, like a second or two slower probably.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't risk anything or you don't risk like having to redo it if you.
Yeah, or getting screwed over with some wacky jump. Whoa.
Yeah,
But
so
the
that's a
dive does not.
dive.
The dive does not complement that though.
Yeah, so
That kind of
that's
adds up.
and diving on that first one is like the worst too because she loses the crystal seed, so now she doesn't have that 50% damage increase, which means there's a higher chance of there's another potential of diving again. Fortunately, it didn't happen, but just any dive is just 7 seconds down the drain, so you can't do anything.
So that's a little bit more of a distance, but
Ooh, that was
clean
good movement by Dorothy too. Right after, that's if you don't hit that roll jump there, you do get hit. So it's a little bit harder to do. Oh, Dream is going. Oh wow, going for the treasure chest roll jump. If you don't hit that one and you roll into the spikes, like we said in that first game, it is death. So most people don't go for it in a tournament setting.
Yeah, I think there is. Maybe it depends on where you start rolling or roll jumping from at that point, but there is like a small like frame sized window you can save yourself by swimming up, but it's really sketchy.
It's really tight, and the hitbox for those spikes is not what they look like. It's a little bit bigger than you might think just looking at them. Which is why I get scared by the roll jumps in that room right before the save point, because I've died like multiple times on that, trying to be too fancy for my own good.
That's what you kind of have to go through, though, right? Like you have to die before you can finesse it, right?
Yeah.
Because then, if you just don't do it, you won't get better at it.
Ooh, and DreamFox really pulling it close with that hit there.
Yeah, burning through it. Yeah, this is they're playing for keeps. Even when they're ahead like that, they're not holding back.
Yeah, going for the melee strats again. Unlucky teleport, so Frida goes to the last location you were at. So it's predictable where she will be, but still unfortunate because you can't damage her during that time. And then goes for the dogs. It looks like Dream playing a little safe after the dogs, because the dogs are probably the scariest part about this fight. There's a few times where they will hit faster than you would expect them to hit. Because they just have like a little bit of RNG on when they decide to pounce, so sometimes that RNG is just like immediately.
Clean execution from the two of them, though. They're just keeping it clean. I'm a broken record because they are just that clean right now.
Yeah,
Dorothy taking the safer strat, but getting some hits in. If one thing though is if you're going to do the arrow strat, if Friday tries to do that little charge attack where they're bringing in all those red pixels, getting some melee hits helps, you know. So in a way, it kind of makes it a little bit faster to get that attack and having to get up and melee her in the face.
Mm-hmm. And you have to go in for the melee there because you have to cancel it, or else it will hit you.
Yeah, she shoots a huge death beam. Unless you roll behind her, but it's pretty easy to stagger her.
I guess you could roll behind, but if you have to roll behind her, you have to walk up to her anyway, so usually it's just better to go for the melee stagger.
Yeah, yeah.
And here we are into the Lubella 2 fight again. The diving instructor, as DreamFox has titled her. Oh, and then, yeah, that was a really good fight.
Yeah, shoot. My goodness. Ooh. Dorothy's doing pretty good too.
Yeah, I mean, Dorothy's really not that far behind, just getting into the White Leaf area. I don't remember the name of it exactly.
White Leaf Memorial Park. Or I think it's called White Leaf Minecraft Park, as I'm seeing in chat here from DreamFox's side.
I see. There's a lot of text I'm missing that DreamFox added in or changed.
Yeah, I didn't even think to check the text until recently.
Yeah, I usually just ignore it because I know what it's gonna be.
Yeah.
From, speedrunning the game so much, you just kind of.
Yeah, you just don't even think about it, right? You almost become illiterate.
So getting a little bit worse, like luck with the Lubella 2 fight, but it's still working out for Dorothy here. And then that'll give her the cat form, and she'll be able to get out of this area where DreamFox is right now.
Yeah. DreamFox is just sitting there on the elevator for a little bit there. I'm not sure what that was.
I don't know, maybe
they were checking something.
Yeah, moving their wrist or something. I sometimes do that.
Yeah, that is a good spot to chill a little bit. Check your stuff.
I'm kind of sad that DreamFox didn't go for the transformation, whatever it's called.
Oh yeah, the bypass?
Yes. Because I kind of, since she's going for everything, I kind of wanted to see it done in one of these games, but I didn't see it from her. Maybe Dorothy will try and go for it.
Yeah. You never know if they attempted it or not, though. Without an input display, you know? You don't know if they messed it up or not.
That's true. No one got it yet. You could tell that I went for it and missed it, because I went early on the 2 that I played this morning.
Oh.
But yeah. That's like the worst you can do on that, is go early. Because you have to double... You have to transform before and then after. But I still go for it because I like going for it.
And I forgot about that.
For those that don't know, this patch introduced, or really like this patch has the same thing as the last patch, which whenever you talk to a human, for the most part, you'll turn from a cat, and if you're in a cat form, you'll turn from a cat to a human. But if the same frame you do the the input to talk to the person and you use your item, you'll turn back to a cat at the same time, so it kind of cancels each other out. It's like, it only saves like 0.7 seconds, so it's not like a ton.
It's not a ton, but it's a little optimization.
Yeah, we
Two
don't like
wheels a little bit.
talk to everybody in this run at all. If we did, then it would be like every time you go for it, it'd
Yeah.
be worth to go for.
Yeah, it only makes up like what, 14? 1.4? Because I only think there's 2 points, right?
I think there's only one that matters for any percent.
Right, right.
The leaf hibisco, you just do
Yeah.
a different strat.
Okay.
It does transform you, but like if you just jump out, you still have to wait for that door to open. So
Yeah, movement speed's the same. Yeah, speaking of which, Matos over here has worked a lot and has studied a lot to make this version of the game like confirmed faster. So you can just give them all your props. You know that it all goes to them because it
I
was
don't know.
some
I don't know
pretty
if I
big
would say
stuff.
all. I think I just had the ideas, and then I kind of relied on you to figure out if it was actually faster, because I just kind of.
Well,
This is like my first year of speedrunning, right? Because I started at basically 107, so I've only really run this version of the game. So I just am noticing things that I'm like, oh wait, is this actually faster? And you know,
you're still putting in the effort though. You're still experimenting. You
that's
know,
true.
because I wasn't getting to mess around with it after setting up the videos and stuff. I still need to update the post with some
That's
of our
okay.
findings.
That's
but
a lot of stuff to update.
Yeah, you went through the effort to experiment and stuff. That's commendable. Just
Thank
because
you.
you didn't set up the videos or put the data up there, that doesn't mean you aren't the one who did it. You know, the one who figured it out. You know. But back to the race. Still a decent lead by DreamFox. Still not letting up. Dorothy Dorothy's not slacking either though. Same as last race. They're both moving at a clean pace. So we may still see something, but DreamFox is going hard right now.
And even going for all of the roll jump cancels into the teleport move, which is 4 inputs for each teleport that you do. Saves a little bit of time. And yeah, it's pretty hard to do. And it seems like Dorothy's gonna have had a good start to this arsonist fight, so hopefully that continues. Kind of an unlucky. Sometimes those balls can go a little bit further than other times. They're the little orb things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not an easy fight. There's a lot of factors to balance in if you want to try and optimize it. And when you combine all that with just some RNG, it's a bit difficult to really stay consistent with. Still a good fight though, and close. DreamFox moving on to Fennel. Looking like, ooh. Actually, yeah, they got it. Okay. Yeah. A little bit off. I thought maybe the setup might have been screwed up, but they got it.
I think you can. Yeah, that one's pretty generous if you do the 2 sparse thread into 2 Bachman patch.
Yeah, if you screw it up, you can usually just double down on the Bachman.
There's a few different variations I've seen where you just used 1 Bachman, but that's a little bit riskier. So it makes sense that they'd go for the 2. And I think both runners are going for 2.
Taking a little bit of a safety save there.
I just realized that the name of that DreamFox changed this area's name to Dorothy as a cutie. It's a cute little throw there, or shout out, I should say.
I can't keep up.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff.
Can't.
I'm sure chat has seen like way more things than I have.
Is Dorothy even aware of that?
I don't know. I mean, clearly they must have talked a little bit beforehand because they both picked up an Uber for
Yeah,
at the
there's
end
some
there.
coordination going on.
Yeah, that scares me always, that Dorothy keeps going for the non-save here, but it's like a safe strat, so it really shouldn't cause any issues. Yeah, it
I
didn't.
got it down. No biggie.
I like to go for stupid, dumb strats that are risky, so I usually take the save.
Taking the safety save. I won judge. That was clean movement too. You can definitely use some of that extra time you get with clean movement like that to take a safety save. Cover your behind.
Yeah, so DreamFox did take the safety save before this next fight, which makes sense because if you die, if like anyone dies here, it's like it can be really bad, especially if you don't save. Yeah, this doesn't look like it'll be us. Nope, never mind. She cooperated. No, but that first sparse thread didn't work out, so we'll see how this Magnolia goes. Nope, worked
Nice.
out well. I think there was just a few seconds left on that Tainted Missive, so if it had gone any slower on that first part, it would have been a little bit slower on the Magnolia as well. But yeah, that was really good by DreamFox, like just being able to react as needed there. It's like one of the in my opinion, it's the hardest boss in the game because you have to do it damageless too, and
And the variables.
yeah, Loopy R has that roll that does give invincibility frames, so it's a kind of a pain to get through.
Clean Pinakateka movement from Dorothy.
Yeah, that last room that kills me so many times because I go for a strat that's a risky there.
Oh yeah.
But yeah,
I always choke up on those.
She didn't save.
Shoot.
She's just gonna go for it. So I really want her to get through this because
yeah, hopefully.
If not, that'll be really hard for her to recover from.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think she's tainted missiving before the fight, so which is fine, because you don't necessarily need it, especially if you're gonna do safer strats on Lupr. It kind of just runs out before it matters. Notably, it does not do as much damage here against Magnolia, but yeah, it still works out. Just like a few seconds of difference between those fights. And getting that heavy arrows is really good too, because that gives you that 100% damage increase on your arrows. And with this version of the game, the level 2 arrows do dumb damage.
Dummy big damage.
Yeah. They do a ton of damage, and then they get doubled by one of the bonuses, and then they get doubled again by another of the bonuses. So they do like 80 damage, which is like most bosses' health. Most like of the the lower health bosses' health, I should say.
Unfortunately, DreamFox did not call the Uber. Just kind of left Cat stranded there.
Maybe they only agreed to do it for the first one.
And only once? I mean, Kath is a human too. I mean, shoot. Guess this is what it means to save time, huh?
Yep. I'm sure she can figure out an Uber to call for herself, though. She just has to lie there for a little bit.
Maybe one will come
she'll
by.
get better. After the queen dies, she's fine. So yeah, Dream's going into this queen fight again with the lead here. So unless anything goes really wrong, it's really getting close to the end here.
So there's the lose.
Yeah. And that first phase went down pretty much perfectly. Yeah, and this phase is also, so those are the most dangerous phases, really. So third phase isn't a walk in the park, but it's really only the first attack that can do damage here. So DreamFox should be good here, and that would be it's almost sub 23, which is really quite an insane time. We'll see what it actually ends up being. 22:53. That's
What the fudge?
That's really good.
Oh my god! Sheesh! That's a new PB.
That's definitely a PB for them.
Oh my god! Chill.
Where is that even on the leaderboard? That's like really high up there. That's like
really
top
high
10?
up. That should be top 20, maybe top 15.
Normal any percent. 22:53. So that would be 18.
Shoot! Oh my god!
That's really good.
What's going on?
Getting sub 25 is like really where you start having to like make some really big movement adjustments too. So, but like all of DreamFox's movement is just like really, really, really good.
People should have been playing this sooner. This seating is so out of whack right now. I think.
Yeah, well, this is a.
I mean, I'm not actually complaining, but like, holy crap!
Yeah,
huge PBs have been coming by both on and off stream.
There's been a lot of PBs just in today. Because I had one, Leo had one, DreamFox had one, so that's 3. Dorothy had one earlier in practice.
Yeah, that one too.
Everyone that's played today has PB'd.
Dorothy should also be really close to getting a time too, or being close to the PB. I think.
Well, yeah, I think she misses it because I think her. Let me look at the Discord. What she posted. 24:42. Yeah, so she just barely missed it. But yeah, I mean,
still good though.
Yeah, being like 20 seconds from your PB is really nothing to.
Especially in a race setting.
Yeah,
right?
like
because you have anxiety in that, or just nerves.
Yeah,
right?
just you have to perform it like, and people are watching you, so it can definitely be stressful. And so yeah, GG's from
GG's from both of them, totally. Here, I'm gonna let me get them in for commentary.
Yep, let's hear what they both have to say. I want to hear a little bit about what some of their favorite text lines they implemented in.
Yeah.
It looks like DreamFox is just about to join us, and yep, here's DreamFox.
Hey. Hello. That was a fun run.
Very crazy execution from the both of you. Seriously, little to no mistakes. Honestly, like total competition going on. Hey,
DreamFox off a little. Thank you.
It's going. I'm sorry, it's going nuts between you two. Both matches were super competitive.
Oh,
good. That's what I aspire for. Dream did super good that second match.
Oh yeah,
gosh dang.
Oh my! This is my first sub 23, so yeah, this is a big PB.
Good work.
Oh
yeah,
that's
good work.
I realized like after loop, right? This is a might be a 22 pace, and the rest went hard, and it worked. Oh
yeah, you did good. Those are really fun races.
Well, I'm just very happy that we got to call Cap and Uber in on actual racing.
Yeah. I was freaking out about that because I was like, oh my gosh. Like they're both going for it. And the case with Dorothy, I thought like okay, they might have just coordinated it, okay, but then I noticed that Dorothy's language came back to English and said, "Can you call her an Uber?" And I was like, "What the heck?" because it was wicked coordinated.
I'm glad it came through. Oh,
How many of my language edits did you notice? Because I changed quite a few things in my run.
Yeah, it took me a little bit until I started
noticed-
looking at it.
I noticed in your Discord dream that you were changing boss names. I don't know if you changed anything
yes,
other than that.
the boss
Yeah.
names are changed.
Area names, the Royal Pinacotheca notably was Dorothy as a cutie.
Yes. I changed that one for the second race because you said that was your favorite area.
It is. It's a super good area.
It is. It is. Oh, but yeah, I'm just very happy. Like, it was a bit unfortunate to get that first run with no quick kill and then that reset on Mocha or Mocha, the diving apprentice. But yeah, second run was very good. Only had a few dances for Idea, but that's only natural when you ask someone out to prom, I guess. Need to show your dance moves. Oh, but yeah, other than that, really happy with the run. And
Yeah, I mean you should be. You got sub 23. That's a really good time.
That's an incredible time. That's really, really good.
Still good executions from you too, Dorothy.
Oh, well, thank you.
I don't want to understate that. Because what's your PB, right? What,
2442 as of today.
24:42, yeah. Super close.
yeah, like being
Neither of you were laying up. I'm repeating myself, but I was also repeating myself since the first round. So I'm speechless.
yeah, like being within a minute
execution
of
under these
PB.
circumstances impressive.
Oh yeah, my nerves got to me like after Lubella 2. That's when my nerves started getting to me for these these races.
It's usually after Arsonist that I'm like, oh no, this is a run.
But yeah, like getting within a minute of your PB consistently, that's really good.
Oh, thank you. I've just been practicing a lot, and this whole week I had like really bad runs. It was like 26, 27 times. Before that I was getting consistently sub 26, and then right before the race I got my PB, and now I'm happy. Today's a good day.
You got all of the bad runs out of the way, so you could do the
Exactly.
good runs.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all you gotta do. Just burn all the bad luck.
Oh yeah.
Is there any reason why Kath didn't get pick up on the second round?
Because I wanted to get the big PB.
Oh, right. Yeah, I should have thought that.
I mean, we agreed to do. I mean, we can show up. I can show up something else the next race. Something. I wanted to change the caps line when you enter the arsonist fight to "You will never take Kaho's heart," but it got cut off because
I noticed
it's too short.
I was like, oh my! I was like, wait, can that even finish? Like, can we even see the
No.
whole thing before it cuts off?
We couldn't. Oh yeah, I also changed it so that Cap calls you a cute roach instead of.
Oh,
she
I didn't
says.
notice that one.
Yeah, that one I skipped past pretty quickly.
That's pretty funny.
That makes sense then. If you got a PB, you got a PB.
Yeah. No, that's
Because
awesome.
I was like, what the heck? Why leave her stranded here this time? I mean,
It's all right. She got one Uber. When you pass out the second time, that's on you.
You're just calling the
Right.
Uber. But if you wait until after Queen, she just calls an Uber for herself.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if you just leave the screen and come back, she calls an Uber herself.
Yeah.
Well, if you don't talk to her, she doesn't go away. She just sits there for a little bit.
Doesn't she disappear if you go leave that screen and then go back?
Yeah, because I thought it was if you talk to her, you get the magnolia flower. As
I'm pretty sure she doesn't get move if you don't.
Oh, maybe she does.
Yeah, I think.
Okay, yeah, that might be only if you say no to her and then leave.
Oh,
No,
that might
if you
be
talk to her at all, she'll disappear.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's fair. Because if you say yes, then you call her an Uber and she disappears. If you say
Yeah.
no, she will call herself an Uber as you leave.
Yeah. She'll be like, fine,
Yeah.
I'll call my own.
But if you just ignore her, she just does it after queen.
Okay. Interesting. I didn't know that.
She'll go
Oh.
kill the queen. She'll be back. Sure.
Yeah. I've been watching a lot of Dreams runs too to see where I can save time. So now I have a very good example for how to improve.
Trying to steal some ideas, huh?
Oh yeah, all
I
of
wonder why
like
the
my
competition's
strats
so
in
fierce.
for the Frida split, all of the strats are from, well, except for melee strats are from Dream. Because I'm not confident enough in fighting Frida to do melee yet.
Oh yeah, I gave up on the second Frida fight halfway through when the dog spawned. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm not dealing with this in,
Yeah.
in this marathon or this
That's always
race.
that's always the most sketchy part. Is whenever the dogs spawn, it gets a lot more tight.
Yeah, the first fight I think was super good with only like lasers. I
Oh,
was
good.
really lucky with RNG that time, which helped me catch up.
Yeah.
Because I was a minute behind my then PB after Mocha.
Oh man.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, Dorothy was ahead in that first game until around probably Arsonist, I think.
Damn.
I don't remember exactly where Dream started to outschmovement maybe.
I gotta work on that cat movement. Can't have Dream beating me all the time.
One day we might meet. Well, we'll
I
probably
hope we meet again.
Yeah, unless Seb takes both of us out or something, or Googler does.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
it's really Googler. I mean,
Yeah,
Googler's the
Goog's
person
gonna
that-
throw just to annihilate us.
Googler's the final boss.
I don't know.
Should just change all the boss names to Googler.
Yeah, no, the queen's name.
Googler's second form.
Yeah.
This
Don't-
isn't my final Googler form.
Don't doubt yourself, all right?
No.
Don't doubt
This
yourself.
time, this run, really happy with this one.
I'm happy. Yeah. Today's a good day, like I said.
Yeah,
Hmm?
I missed it. I just need to calm down.
Yeah, you got the nerves going through you?
Yeah, a little bit. It's starting to calm down now.
Good. You gotta get a sub 22 next run.
Oh, that's a tall order.
That's what I'm saying. Like, don't doubt yourself, because, like, I'm doubting myself. So it's
Yeah,
like, holy smokes. Like you
Yeah,
were just de-rusting a few days ago, right?
Yeah.
that is true.
Like,
That
both
is
of
true.
you.
Yeah.
Everybody was de-rusting, and PBs are coming down.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, Ronwin said, this tournament's making them PB big.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Big
yeah.
time. But
And
that
same here.
can be said about everybody, and they're moving down. You're all moving down super fast. It's crazy.
Yeah, this tournament is just super healthy for
Oh,
the
yeah.
game community in general, because it's
Yeah.
just so much fun. Gives me a good reason, like a big, strong reason to play. And
Yeah.
and I'm happy to be back.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago, my first D-Rust time was 37:42, and today we're down to 24:42, so we're doing good.
Yeah.
The clean stuff from both of you. Seriously.
Thank you.
Is there anything else you might want us to ask about or mention?
I mean, I guess we have a match in 2 days. That's the next one.
Yeah.
As far as we know, yeah.
Yeah, unless someone schedules one tomorrow.
Reschedules or schedules earlier.
That is true. That is true. It's currently scheduled for September 12th, 6 p.m. EDT. So yeah, if you want more, that is probably where you'll find it. Also have the links there. Someone has. Oh yeah, we have the Momodora.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Still
Yeah.
remember the command.
There's the schedule. Yes. And then we have. Is it runners? Is that the command? Oh yeah. And then commentators. Is that also one?
I think it
Heck
is.
yeah, it
Yeah,
is.
you can follow me though. Don't
You
do it.
shouldn't follow. No,
There you go.
Just for that, I'm gonna follow you. Shouldn't have said
No.
anything.
Let's follow.
Don't forget to follow me too. You know,
I,
Yeah,
I
the
always
links are all
follow
there.
I need those follows, dude.
you. Yeah, man.
Yeah, I think that's that's at least everything for me for this time.
Okay,
So,
okay.
yeah.
It's been all of us from like I'm kind of saying this like it's the finale, but it's been all of us today, all the matches today. Great matches for everybody. Well done, well executed, crazy stuff. It was like this last week. I'm Googler.
And I'm Matos Machine. And thanks for having me as well on commentating, Googler.
Thank you for helping me. Yeah, I was a little bit overwhelmed a little bit, so I appreciate you stepping in. But yeah, thank you guys for coming, and have a good one, everybody.